well as the structures involved in the pulmonary, systemic, and coronary circulation. These three pathways work together non-stop to keep our body supplied with oxygen and nutrients, and understanding them helps us appreciate just how incredible the human heart truly is. In fact, the human heart beats over 1,000 times a day, and every beat pushes through blood through these circulatory routes. Now let me begin with the pulmonary circulation, which is responsible for oxygenating the blood. The pathway starts when deoxygenated blood from the body enters the right atrium into the superior and inferior vena cava. From the right atrium, the blood flows through the tricuspid valve and enters the right ventricle. So when this ventricle contracts, it forces the blood through the pulmonary semilunar valve and into the pulmonary trunk, which then divides into the right and the left pulmonary arteries. These arteries carry deoxygenated blood to the lungs, and once the blood reaches the lungs, gas exchange takes place. Carbon dioxide is released from the blood while oxygen is absorbed. After this exchange, the freshly oxygenated blood travels back to the heart via the right and the left pulmonary veins and enter the left atrium. This completes the pulmonary circuit. So, a fun fact about pulmonary circulation is that the pulmonary arteries are the only arteries in the body that carry deoxygenated blood, while the pulmonary veins are the only veins that carry oxygenated blood. This makes them unique since the rest of the body follows the opposite pattern. So moving on, let us discuss the systemic circulation, which applies oxygenated blood to the entire body. From the left atrium, the blood passes through the mitral or the bicuspid valve and enters the left ventricle, which is the strongest chamber of the heart. When the left ventricle contracts, it pumps blood through the aortic semilunar valve into the aorta, which is the largest artery in the body. The aorta then branches into smaller arteries, arterioles, and capillaries that reach every organ and tissue. Once the cell absorbs the oxygen and nutrients, they return deoxygenated blood through venules and veins. All of this blood eventually drains back into the superior and inferior vena cava, which then return it to the right atrium, completing the systemic circuit. So, another interesting fact is that the blood travels through a system of vessels so long that if you stretch them end to end, they would reach over 96,000 kilometers, which is more than enough to wrap around the Earth or more than twice. So, it's amazing how a vast network perfectly keeps us alive, right? So now let us explore the coronary circulation, the last circulation, which supplies the heart muscles itself as oxygenated blood leaves the ventricle and enters the aorta. Some of it flows into the right and the left coronary arteries. These arteries branch out and supply oxygen and nutrients to the myocardium, ensuring that the heart can continue contracting efficiently. After the myocardium uses the oxygen, the deoxygenated blood is collected by the cardiac veins, which drain into the coronary sinus. The coronary sinus empties the blood directly into the right atrium, completing the coronary circuit. Now, a fun fact about this circulation is that although the heart is small, it uses about 5% of the body's total oxygen supply, showing just how much energy the heart needs to keep beating every second of the day. In conclusion, the pulmonary circulation oxygenates the blood. The systemic circulation distributes this oxygen to the tissues in the body, and the coronary circulation ensures that the heart muscle itself receives oxygen and nutrients it needs. These circulations work continuously and flawlessly together, allowing us to move, breathe, and live. The heart is truly one of the most hard-working organs in the body. So that's the end of the video. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something from it.